This is the coolest experience.
Wow, look at that!
If you're new to the channel, we're Liz and Dennis. Right now, we're exploring one of our bucket list travel destinations, Iceland. We've moved into the cutest little camper van and stocked up on all of the necessities,
Special delivery.
as well as explored the area of Reykjavik. And now we're officially ready to kickstart our 10-day road trip along Iceland's Ring Road with our mates Ruth, Rob, and Javi. Take a ride with us this week as we drive the Golden Circle and track down some of the coolest and often overlooked attractions in southern Iceland.
I love this already so much. This is definitely not a country you want to visit without a plan. It's also not a country you want to visit without the proper travel insurance. Safety Wing is our go-to travel insurance and medical provider whenever we're out of our home country. They offer super affordable plans for nearly every country across the globe, for short trips like we're doing here in Iceland, or longer extended trips like the 11 months we did in Mexico. Dennis and I purchased a plan for just $42, which covers both of us for the entire 2 weeks we're here in Iceland. We can go to any hospital or medical care provider and just pay a $250 deductible, and it'll cover up to $250,000 in medical expenses. Our plan also offers basic travel insurance for common issues related to travel, like lost luggage or trip interruption. Something that's really cool is Safety Wing also offers COVID-19 coverage, something that many countries are actually requiring in order to enter. Iceland has no COVID-19 restrictions right now, so this wasn't a plan that we absolutely needed to come here, but it does give us peace of mind knowing that if we were to contract COVID while we were here, we would have up to $50 per night for us to quarantine for up to 10 days, and it could cover any hospitalization or medical bills relating to COVID-19 while we're here. So as you plan your next trip abroad or overseas, thanks to international travel opening again, make sure that you get your own personalized quote from Safety Wing Insurance using the link in the description of the video below. Now, let's start our adventures, have some fun here in Iceland. Good morning, friends. We had a wonderful first night in the camper van. It was actually a pretty comfortable sleep. I don't know if it's because we were extremely exhausted or if it's just super comfortable, but we stayed warm. So warm we didn't even want to get up this morning when it was time to start our day. But we are officially on the road and we are kicking off our 10-day Ring Road Iceland road trip going to the national park. This is called the Golden Circle. It's one of the most popular sections of Iceland because of its proximity to Reykjavik. Our first stop is the national park, which is only about a 45-minute drive. It's supposed to be incredible. I'm just so pumped to actually be starting.
We couldn't help but stop at several scenic overlooks before officially arriving at Þingvellir National Park, one of 3 in Iceland. We set out on a short hike through the towering geological features and stunning natural beauty, and quickly realized why the first Viking parliament decided to meet at this location every summer during the 10th to 18th centuries, and why it's still considered the birthplace of Iceland today. Located on a fault line, Þingvellir is one of the few places in the world visitors can swim or walk across a rift valley, split between 2 tectonic plates. While we opted not to go swimming this trip, it is truly a unique experience for those adventure seekers. There was evidence of spring popping up all around the valley, but things were still rather dull. We can only imagine how beautiful this valley would be in summer, when it's wrapped in a blanket of bright green moss, making the dark lava stone walls and glacier blue waterfalls all the more striking.
Driving.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Dennis tried to take the wheel for me and I was like, no, I'm gonna drive. I'm a good driver. The views are beautiful.
They are quite nice.
So our next stop is a lake. We're gonna have lunch there.
Let's do it.
Oh my god, it's like straight boiling. This is the coolest experience. We came to, I don't know how to say the lake's name, I'll have it pop up here. But they have geothermal activity all in this area, and so if you go by the lakeside right next to the Fontana Spa, sometimes there's boiling pools, and you can bring your own ladle and eggs and cook lunch.
You bring any salt?
Yes, I brought salt. I'm making a whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to crack it next?
I'll crack an egg.
Okay. This is so cool. Look at the beautiful egg. We're having a beautiful little egg salad over here on top of some sourdough, and I'm just in heaven. It's right next to the Fontana Spa, and they do, of course, you can like soak in the hot springs over there, but they also do tours about how they traditionally cook the rye bread in the ground. It takes like 24 hours for the rye bread to actually cook, so they only do the tour once a day. I highly recommend it. We happened to literally walk up when they were doing the tour, so we got to smell the rye bread and see how the whole process works. It couldn't have been better timing. And these views, like, are you kidding me, for lunch views? I think this is gonna be one of my favorite experiences of Iceland. I know it's only day one, but this is pretty darn cool. This is why you rent a van, because if you were in a car, you wouldn't be able to have this experience. We had our little fridge filled with eggs, got all of our cooking ware. What a day. And it's not even done. We have like more amazing stuff to go see. Oh, Iceland.
Gulfoss means Golden Falls in Icelandic. It's one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Iceland, but it also is a symbol for the first efforts of environmentalism in the country. During the early 1900s, Gulfoss Waterfall was at risk of being destroyed by a hydroelectric dam. But thanks to years of heroic efforts by the dealmaker's daughter, sometimes walking 75 miles to Reykjavik to meet with government officials, and even threatening to throw herself into the falls, the project was finally stopped. The land is now a protected conservation area for all to enjoy. A short drive from Gulfoss Waterfall, you'll find Stokkur Geyser, one of the 30 active geysers in Iceland. A fun fact we learned is that the word geyser originates from the Icelandic word geisa in the ancient Norse language. We anxiously waited for Stokkur to erupt, which happens around every 4 to 5 minutes, shooting an impressive 15 to 20 meters high. Our final stop was Kerid Crater, a 3,000-year-old dormant volcano caldera. Geologically speaking, the crater is quite young, around half the age of most other craters in Iceland. Because of this, fresh iron deposits paint the slopes a unique red color instead of the typical black lava, giving Kerid Crater a striking contrast with the surrounding landscape. This is definitely a must-do on your Golden Circle tour.
It's crazy that it's 9:15 and the sun is still pretty high in the sky. I think we have about 17 or 18 hours of sunlight right now, and it's just the start of May. But we had an amazing, amazing first day. Like, I can't even believe this is the first day. I feel like we've done so much already. It's like kind of a whirlwind. We're all very tired. So I think we're gonna go back to our campground in Selfoss. We're just gonna kind of chill, have some wine, cook some of our dehydrated meals, because it's like all we have energy for. And tomorrow we have another adventure-packed day. I love this already so much.
The next morning, we completed our Golden Circle tour at Secret Lagoon, the oldest man-made thermal pool in Iceland, dating back to 1891. We soaked for several relaxing hours in the lava rock pool, just a few feet away from the steaming, bubbling geysers that feed the pool's warm water.
Ooh, it's so hot.
Like it's spongy. No, I like. You know what they make?
Secret Lagoon's modern bathhouse and changing rooms are well equipped with heated floors and great rain showers, and is where we got our first shower of the trip. But the original bathhouse still stands next to the soaking area, preserving the rustic charms of this not-so-secret lagoon. The weather turned to gloomy skies and cold drizzles, making it easy to get out of the pool and back into the warmth of the van. The views along the drive through southern Iceland were absolutely incredible though, rain or shine. Next stop, Seljalandsfoss, a super popular waterfall just off the ring road that you can actually walk behind. While it's beautiful and fun, don't neglect exploring the other waterfalls that cut into the cliff edge along the trail, one of which is hidden just inside a cave. We absolutely loved being able to walk so close to the falls and could really feel their impressive power.
Oh my god, I am drenched. You'll see my mascara under my eye. I look like a raccoon right now. It's happening. All of me is wet. Even though I had a raincoat, I am soaked, but it was so worth it.
Iceland is beautiful in the rain. It's just not as comfortable as just being cold. So now I'm cold and wet.
Waterfalls aren't over. This is just the start of it. We're gonna head to our next stop, which hopefully the rain will give us a break. Skógafoss is about a 30-minute drive from the first set of waterfalls, and it is just as beautiful, impressive, and glorious. There's even a walkway where you can go up to the very tippy top and get a different viewpoint of the waterfalls. But we are extra enjoying this spot because it's not just going to be a beautiful vista point, but also our camping spot for the evening. There is a campground just up the road, not far from the parking lot. You literally have views of the waterfall from right outside of your van. It is amazing. The rain definitely wasn't welcome, but we're making the most of it. Tomorrow is supposed to be another super rainy day. Even if the conditions aren't perfect, that's what you gotta do sometimes. Tonight I am putting our frozen vegetables that we purchased from the store to good use. We're making a super quick like veggie stir fry with some eggs. I got soy sauce here. Normally I'd add things like sambal welek or something spicy to give it some extra flavor, but we're gonna just go minimal here today and it's gonna taste delicious. I still can't believe that literally when I look up, I'm looking at a waterfall as I cook. This has to be one of the best camping spots we've ever stayed at. It is truly epic. Just getting settled into our day. We let ourselves sleep into a whopping 8:30 this morning.
No.
So it's gonna be a little bit slower. If you're gonna be renting a van that you can't stand up in, I highly recommend getting a camping chair. They have like foldable ones you can rent from Happy Campers, and then you'd be able to sit here and cook. Here you go.
Breakfast is served.
Breakfast is served. Chia porridge with blueberries, walnuts, pistachios, and I added maca powder, spirulina, chlorella, and protein powder.
Wow! Driving Iceland is something else, man. This is just the most beautiful views, constant. Just constant. There's not a boring bit of road on this island. And we haven't even driven that far. Whoa, look at this.
Oh my god.
Dyrhólaey cliffs are a popular nesting spot for puffins in the summer. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of our cute feathery friends, but we still enjoyed the fantastic views. A short drive from the cliffs is one of the most famous black sand beaches in Iceland, home to massive basalt stacks that line the shore. There are several traditional stories about how these columns were formed, including trolls trying to pull ships from the ocean to shore at night, who turned into stone at daybreak. Another tale is about a man seeking revenge after 2 trolls murdered his wife. He followed the trolls to the beach, freezing them there to ensure they would never kill again. Getting so close to the towering columns was an incredible feeling. It was our first time at a black sand beach, and we loved being on one that had so much history and power.
This is incredible. I think this may be my favorite spot in Iceland as of yet. It's otherworldly, really. And the weather is being so gracious to us right now. It's not raining, so we really can just take in all of these moody vibes. You have to come here. This is, we're never gonna be able to capture it as beautiful and as grand as it is.
Even though we didn't see any killer trolls during our visit, it is important to be mindful of rogue waves called sneaker waves. Unpredictable changes in the wave's tide and deep troughs just off the shore can create these sneaker waves, which will break with little to no notice.
Yeah, you will. We are about to fill up the van for the first time. And we've heard it's quite expensive. And we're about to find out. Happy Campers does have a deal with N1 gas stations where you get 3 kroner off each liter. But I got a feeling it's still going to be pretty expensive. Little pro tip, when you're filling up, the diesel is actually the black handle, not the green like it is in the States. So don't make that mistake, especially if you've rented a diesel van like we have, because it will blow up the engine and that will be very expensive. 49 liters, 15,075 kroners. Company.
Our last stop for the day was a popular canyon that was formed over 2 million years ago during the last ice age. Its stark gray walls were covered with this beautiful moss, and flowers were popping up all over the place. It was raining during our visit, but we didn't mind. The eerie mist from the rain made the canyon feel even more magical.
Headlamp is coming in clutch. I highly suggest bringing one. It's good on the RV, it's good for van life. I'm making up a little carbonara. It's gonna be a late one, guys. But I still had just an amazing time today, and tomorrow's gonna be a doozy.
Yeah. Why's that?
We'll show them in the morning.
Oh. So, good night.
Good night. I need to clean this face up though, I'll tell you what. Ooh, need to turn that baby down. This is why I don't like doing it outside, because there's so much noise to distract you. Okay, I'm cold, let's go.